in after the live, as most of you will be, because this is starting several hours later than normal. Um, just give me just about 60 seconds to a minute and a half so that I can properly set this up on YouTube. I can't do anything until it loads up. I try to set up everything not just on my tablet but also on my phone so that I can see if comments for if anybody joins, if anybody. And it just allows me an easier way to communicate with everybody. So I greatly appreciate your patience. Less than 30 seconds here now, and we will be ready to go. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So with that being said, let me just click on this. I don't expect very many people to be actually tuning into this live, I'll be honest. But I'll take a look at that in just a second. Let me bring on... We're going to go through the intro. I've got everything set up. So make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. I would greatly appreciate it. So, good evening. 8:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'm going to go over a few things. So we're going to talk about our XRP heads of the demand zone. The whole Gary Gensler thing, I shared the article of what all the buzz was about earlier. Like I said earlier, it wasn't anything confirmed, but I wanted to share with our community what was going on, why everybody was in such a frenzy about Gary Gensler resigning or the possibility of resigning. It all points to being a fake story, but that doesn't change the fact that I want to share things for everybody to see. So we'll see what exactly happens with that. There's no doubt in my mind he's facing scrutiny. But as far as this story goes, this is from the same person who put out a story, or at least the same source, claimed that there was going to be an XRP buyback. So we take it with a grain of salt. So just consider that. But it's always good to have everything out in front of you so that you can make a rational decision. So first thing I want to do is talk about XRP heading towards the key demand zone. As XRP currently, if we take a look at the chart, is sitting at 0.4849. And this is actually very interesting, the way it's moved. Let me let this load. XRP so far, and I don't know why I went to the Dow Jones. Let me, XRP. But we've pulled up here, and in the 2 hourly, we've had a cross. And the 1 hourly, earlier we finished a golden cross. So XRP is trying to flip the short-term momentum. So if you're unfamiliar with the pattern formation with XRP, let me just get rid of some of this noise out in front of you. And we'll talk about the demand zone that we're quickly approaching and how we're trying to cap this off here. But so far, and I'll turn on the chat in a second, I just want to get through this real quickly so that everybody can see. So let me pull my arrow out. So what's going on here in the all right. So what's happened here? XRP's price action. We had some volatility. We can take this into a higher time frame in a sec. I just want to show you in the 1 hour though. This right here on the EMA lines, we had a golden cross here. The 20 crossed the 50, 100, and then ultimately crossed through the 200 day, which is that dark blue. That was a pattern reversal here in the 1 hour time frame. Now, in order for this to confirm itself, first layer would be we needed to hold the 477, which is fine. But now we need to come up and break the 494 and ultimately start pushing out towards the 508. If we were to reject here, we could end up falling back down, but we do have a double bottom here at 449, just slightly below the 449 at the 4403 support. That would be the inverted head and shoulders neckline, and that's the formation that we're on with XRP. So let me show you in a little bit of a time frame so you can see what the inverted head and shoulders neckline would be. So basically, whoops, this pattern formation, you had a nice drop off here, drop down, you created like this inverted left arm, came down on the inverted head, right here on the pattern breakout, which looked like a symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle, whatever you want to call this, or descent, whatever your interpretation is. A triangle, it broke out of the triangle, so it created the inverted head here. Now, the interesting thing is we came up, and on this inverted right arm, we've created a broadening wedge. So we've already hit several times. The next hit on the broadening wedge, if we do lose the inverted head and shoulders neckline, your next support would be at the bottom of the broadening wedge, which is at 4150. So that would be your move if you were to break down. First, it would be 44 cents if you lost the 4497. I don't think 44 cents would necessarily hold, even though it is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. But right now, what I'm more focused on is even in the 4 hourly. It looks like we're creating a bull flag here. We've had a bullish cross. Our first step here is to break over this 486 in the 4 hourly and get out of this area. We're getting close to a golden cross in the 2 hour. We just need to hold this support here at the 485, and we've already crossed the 50 and the 100. Now we're looking to come through in the 2 hourly. This looks like it's setting up in a bull flag. And if I was a bet man, obviously we need to watch the 477 support. And then underneath that, we have the 4497, which was the double bottom right now. And then we also have the 44 cents, which is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. That is all bullish if we hold those areas. If we come down to the bottom of the broadening wedge, it gets very tricky because here's what could happen. You could theoretically, and I'll say hi to everybody, if anybody, in just a second. You could very well fall through, then start doing this to 44, and then you come back up and then instantly get a rejection at that level, and then that can bring you down into here, and that would be a big problem. Because then you're just one step away from breaking that and going down to the 2020 uptrend at 36 cents or 36.3 right now. So that's XRP. Now, what we're looking for if you want to take a positive approach to this as well, like the angle of we're about to move, we had a big jump, came back down to bottom out here. Now, if we are starting to reverse here and we pulled out, that's a gigantic W that formed. It really is. Let's just say that's gigantic. So we're going to see if this has any steam here. Now, what alerted me last night that something was going on, and hopefully everybody watching is part of the community. So you would see last night when I came out and we talked about the 30-minute candle that had the 5.22 million. That's what alerted us that we were starting to have some kind of trend reversal. So that's what's really going on here. So I appreciate 29, 30 people here. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me see if anybody's talking. Gus, welcome in. Good evening. Ken, welcome in. Come on in. What's going on, my friend? Nick Morales, good evening. John Hall, welcome in, brother. JW, welcome in. Good evening. Good to see you in here. Driver, welcome in. Boss ducked out for something, and I checked phone to find the lives going. Absolutely excellent. Corey, welcome in. It is all BS until the case ends for the most part. Most of these YouTubers make themselves look like absolute fools. They chat absolute riddles. I'm new, so my judgment is reserved. Hey, you're allowed to judge however you want. Now, I do things a little bit differently. I don't pattern prediction. I show you the charts, and I let you come to an honest conclusion. I'm not going to tell you about any fancy links, or I'm not going to tell you my paid sponsorships or anything like that. I don't do any paid advertising. I just give you the charts as I see them. If we go to Bitcoin and the news as I see fit. So with Bitcoin, if we take this out into a longer time frame, and I like looking at Bitcoin on a slightly longer time frame. This was just there for purposes of are we creating some kind of wedge. But right now with Bitcoin, you can be as personal or not personal. I don't treat it from an emotional standpoint. So go with the flow, my friend. Either way. Coin, we're up over the channel that we had broken down. We've completed this cup and handle. Now it's whether we create this bullish handle on top of the CME gap at 30,000. That is a critical support. Our first layer is to get over 31. And then the technical target here, as we measured out this bull flag, if it breaks up, is 35,000. Now, I find this pretty interesting. On the breakdown, the measured move is 25,194, which would bring you, let's say we got rejected here, it would bring you back to the bottom of that descending triangle, or some are calling it a descending fractal, but I like the descending triangle, how it broke out. But if it does break up and it holds this channel formation that it broke back over, the bull flag plays out, the cup and handle creates this bullish handle like it looks like right now, we're technically coming up to roughly 35,000. That's the technical target. Let's see. Corey, lots of bullish news. I'm hoping for the uptrend. Absolutely. Totus, welcome in. How are you? Or Tadaz, welcome in, my friend. Corey, welcome. Hola. Mark Casson, welcome in. Wow, we must have got a surge. 53 people. And now make sure you hit that like button. 24 likes. I think we can do better than that. Imagine the first impression. Somebody comes in here, sees 53 people watching, only 24 likes. You know, we want to give somebody a reason to stay, not a reason to leave. So, but that's what I'm looking at. Can everybody see this cup and handle that formed? We're on top of this formation. We had created a descending triangle. We're on top of the CME gap area. I mean, right now, and this is unnecessary. This was just up here. Unnecessary. That was just an arrow that we were pointing. Another arrow that was pointing in the shorter time frames. These weren't even on my chart. We'll get rid of all this noise. So, but this is what we're looking at. Very firm. Sorry about that. I draw a lot. So hopefully everybody can at least understand what we're talking about at the top of this formation. It really looks like we're doing everything the proper way with Bitcoin. And we've had whales buying in at an alarming rate. In the last 2 weeks, they bought 1.8 billion plus of Bitcoin. And, you know, they're picking it up. They're trying to pick it up. JW with indeed. So that's what I'm seeing. So with XRP, the main thing here is if we're going to continue holding this formation, we've got to start breaking up here. We got to start breaking up to the top of the broadening wedge now. We are in a much wider pattern. We know if we follow the formation properly, if we go on the uptrends, we do have, and these are the major resistance that I outlined up there that we've got to break up over. We're up over it so far. Now we got to get up over 494. And if we fall down, we come to the 2020 uptrend. That's right around 364. And these are measured out. I don't show these often, but they are all measured out. It comes all the way from the 2020. And then all the way back here, we actually have an uptrend here that comes back to 2017. And then we have one all the way back at 2013. So every way this pattern can go, we've got the formations if we were to break down. Right now, though, we haven't broken down to these levels. We would still need to break the inverted head and shoulders neckline to start coming back to these lower levels, which is why we have to stay on this formation. And yes, it's tedious, but it all works for a reason. That 477 is so important right now. And then over the top, we got 494. The 50 cents is a psychological level. And 508, we have to get on top for a short-term reversal. It's that simple. And then you'd have to break up and start breaking the 537, 558, and then you can get back to the pattern double top at 585. And then we had a former pattern breakdown almost 2 years ago. And that's how you get back up to that broken formation at about 61.5 cents. So that's the technical analysis. But now I want to read through some other stuff. 42 people watching, 30 likes. I know this isn't the sexiest of updates or lives today, but it's the information that needs to get done. So as I talked about before, XRP heads toward key demand zone, a rebound seam. So XRP struggles to break out of its bearish market structure with price currently approaching a key demand zone. What's going on, Louisville? Caliber, welcome in. All right. So bear structure kept XRP stuck under key resistance level. Surging demand on spot CVD suggested price reversal could be imminent. Ripple's XRP price movement has been the opposite of the general market movements. While most of the market has been bullish, XRP has remained largely bearish. A 6% drop on June 30th took it close to a key support level before eased selling pressure. Saw it trade at 0.4712 as of press time. Now it's up to, as we know, 0.484 approximately. The bearish 52-cent or 54-cent range has served as a major advancement. Price has been rejected 4 times at the bearish OB and that's a big resistance. With some price action on the 12-hour time frame has seen XRP inch closer to the 4451 support level. It is critical to note that this support level is just above critical reaction zone 41 to 44 cents. And as we know, the 413 is the bottom of the broadening wedge, and 44 cents is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. So key areas indeed, which has served a key base for bullish advances in March and May 2023. The likelihood of a price rebound happening from the price level highlighted as significant due to the overall market sentiment. On-chart indicators revealed differing opinions. The relative strength index or indicator RSI showed increasing momentum for the downward move as it remained below the neutral 50 and moved closer to the oversold zone. On the flip side, the Chaikin money flow saw increased capital inflows and stood at 0.15. This suggested that bulls could be preparing for a significant reversal if price gets to the 41 to 44 cent level. And I keep saying the 44 cent level is a nice zone as well because that's the inverted head and shoulders neckline. But I'm hoping that now we've created enough of a reversal to where we can at least take out some of these higher highs. So we'll see. We would have to get up towards that 50. It's right around the 537 level before we can do of anything of substance. Um, in the meantime, sellers can take advantage of the bearish momentum to ride price down with take profit levels at the 4451. Support level, however, a bullish session close on the 12-hour time frame would invalidate this bearish thesis and usher in an early start to the corrective bullish rebound. So spot CVD strong uptrend showed huge demand behind XRP. So data from Coin Allies, or whatever, pointed toward an imminent reversal for XRP. The spot CVD has risen rapidly between May 15th and June 30th. This led to a brief break of the bearish market structure on the higher time frames before selling pressure flipped the structure bearish once again. With the spot CVD also stayed positive since June 19th. Strong bullish sentiment among speculators. So this is kind of just to tie in what we're seeing on the charts. I know it's not sexy, but hey, sometimes we're just here to learn for 20 or 25 minutes. So that was just something I wanted to touch base there. I appreciate 37 of you tuning in right now on this fine Sunday, 2 days before the 4th of July. If you're looking to trade XRP, look in the video description below. There's FEMX. If you're in the USA, you don't have to do KYC, and you can at least futures trade 100x if you want to long or short the market. But it's available. There's only 2 places that I know of that's not a pain in the ass right now, and that's FEMX and Uphold. So check the video description below if you're interested. And then with Bitcoin, thought this was interesting. So anybody who's wondering if Bitcoin's going to go up or down, these are a few reasons why Bitcoin could see a fresh. And then I'm not going to keep you much longer. Just ask a few questions maybe. So according to a recent tweet, analytics report by an on-chain data company, Sentiment, there's a strong likelihood that Bitcoin's price will experience a further growth this month, potentially followed by altcoins. The primary reason for this potential surge lies in the continued accumulation of Bitcoin by key crypto holders, including whales and sharks who have been actively buying the flagship digital currency over the past few weeks. So as we know, Bitcoin right now is over the 30,000 flag. Break down the technical targets 25,024. So we'll see if we break up or break down. Right now we're on the bullish side. Bitcoin's whales and shark addresses have continued to accumulate with a big chunk of Bitcoin buying coming in the past 2 weeks as news of ETF launches come out. As long as key stakeholders continue buying, further crypto rises can be justified in July. So sharks are accumulating a big chunk of Bitcoin, and this is what I wanted to touch base on. So what's driving this potential surge in Bitcoin's price? It all revolves around the actions of significant cryptocurrency holders, affectionately known as whales and sharks. Sentiment's analysis shows that cryptocurrency whales and sharks have been buying Bitcoin for 2 weeks as news of the Bitcoin ETF refilings, sponsored by large institutions like Fidelity, emerged. These powerful players bought a big chunk of Bitcoin. Surprisingly, they bought 154,500 Bitcoin in a 7-week period. 11,344 Bitcoin, worth $345,262,395 was transferred from Coinbase to unknown wallet on July 1st. Currently, wallets holding between 10 and 10,000 Bitcoin possess 13 million Bitcoins, which accounts for approximately 67% of the circulating supply. It's worth noting that the total supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. My video is not coming through well. Oh.
Hot summer sale, up to 90% off. Can't merge.
Well, I'm going to have to take a look.
They see him.
Can't merge.
Well, I'm going to have to take a look. I don't know. It looks like it's coming through. Hopefully everybody else can see this, but it's definitely, I have no reason not to believe you. I apologize for that. It is pouring where I'm at. So does everybody else are you not able to hear me? Is that what's going on? Just out of curiosity, can everybody hear me? Oh, okay, Mark. Awesome. Thank you. I'm just curious. It's hard for me to tell. I want to get through this, and then, I just wanted to give everybody this information. Oh, it was the audio. Well, that's no good. Is that what's going on? I wonder why the audio's coming and going. Was a weak signal, but seems fine now. Was going but back. Interesting. Okay. Well, let me just finish this since we don't have the greatest of connections. I apologize for that. So, additionally, okay. No problem. I'm glad you said it. No. It's been definitely choppy. Miss Vicky, welcome in. Thank you for that input. Mark, thank you very much. Oliver was a weak signal, but seems fine now. Yep. It doesn't surprise me. We've been having a lot of weather here today, so. It's worth noting that the total supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million, with over 19 million already mined. Additionally, recent transactions reported by Whale Alert indicates that an anonymous wallet transferred around 21,700 Bitcoin from Coinbase Exchange to cold wallets. The total value of these transactions amounted to 314.678 million and 345.262 million. So let's see. I'm gonna read these comments real quick. Sorry, I just pulled it up on the phone. Tom, how I can get on your Telegram group? Some time ago, my payment didn't go through and he disconnected me. Tadas, I don't disconnect anybody. If you got disconnected, it was simply because I switched to Tom's Army 2.0. I got many people in there who never continued paying it forward, but they still sit there. Strutberg, here. Send me an email and I'll send you the link. It's right down there, strutbergali@gmail.com. Jay Sled, I appreciate that. Great content. I hope you continue to grow. We'll continue to grow day by day because we put in the work. So then we're going to read this and then I'll let you go because I got stuff to do. But SEC scrutiny on Bitcoin ETF filings, because as you know, it didn't exactly go through yet. So it's important to consider that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has labeled the recent filings for spot Bitcoin ETFs as inadequate. This suggests that the filings lack clarity and comprehensiveness, as reported by the Wall Street Journal. The SEC scrutiny of these filings has caused a slight price drop for Bitcoin, with a 1.07% decrease in the last 24 hours. As the crypto market heads into July, all eyes are on Bitcoin and its potential price trajectory. Santiment's insight into the acclamation of Bitcoin by influential holders and whales, combined with the dominance of key holders in the market, indicate the possibility of further price growth play out and influence Bitcoin's journey throughout the month. So, folks, because I got stuff to do with my busy day on Sunday. So, in conclusion, XRP, we're looking for it to break over the 494 level before it breaks, but we don't need, okay, XRP can't break below 477. What is going on here? And it needs to break over 494. If we break over 494, then we can ultimately push up to 508 and 537. But we have to get up over the 585 double top to start pushing out of this pattern. If we get rejected by 494 and lose the 477, underneath, remember, the double bottom is 4494 roughly. It's losing audio again. Yeah, I don't know. So some people can hear it, some people don't. So with XRP underneath 44 cents is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. And then below that, you've got the broadening wedge at 413 as support. And then with Bitcoin, we're trying to hold 30,000. You need to get over 31,000 to start breaking out. And on the bull flag, if we do break out, the technical target's 35,000. Thank you all. And I'm going to leave it there because we're not having the greatest of audio apparently. And I'll catch you on a future.